Hello to my beautiful girlies and welcome to the Growth For Girlies podcast. You have just tapped into a space where mindset meets action, where we shed the old stories, activate our highest self, and step into the life we were always meant to live. But girlies, this is not just another mindset shifting podcast. This is a behavior shifting podcast. Here, we'll not only get into your limiting beliefs, but actually give you the tools and action steps you need to do to overcome and rewrite those beliefs. I'm your host, Alicia Tghlian, mindset coach, behavior consultant with a master's in behavior science. Using this knowledge, I'm going to get you to that exciting yet grounded place of expansion and growth. Each week, we dive into powerful topics that will leave you with that energetic download that you're going to need to get to your next step of alignment. So, take the deepest breath you've taken all day today and allow me to grant you with your weekly dose of growth and expansion. This is Growth for Girlies. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Growth for Girlies podcast. My name is Alicia and I have my master's in behavior science and I'm a mindset coach for you girlies. In these podcasts, we are going to talk about how to change your limiting beliefs and rewire your neural pathways to actually become the person that you've once dreamt of. Today, I have a list of questions from you guys all about manifestation and acquiring your dream life through the action steps that we have for you. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's look at all the questions that you have for us today. The first question is, how do I stop doubting the process? This is a really great question when it comes to manifestation because a lot of the time we doubt manifestation. We don't really think it's going to happen. But I want to remind you that manifestation is literally all your subconscious beliefs that have come to reality. You have manifested everything and everyone that is in your life to this very moment. So think about the school that you go to or once went to. Think about the job that you have or once had. These are all things that started as a thought that ended up becoming your reality and ended up happening for you in your physical present moment. So manifestation is really something that once started as a thought that becomes real life and becomes physical in your reality. So if you wanted to manifest a relationship and then you end up thinking about it first you're going to think and then it's actually going to come to you. Just like when you go to purchase something, first you think about the fact that you need a water bottle and then you'll actually go to the store and purchase the water bottle and it will show up for you in your reality. But I know the question that you have after this and the next question to this is, okay, but how do I not have resistance towards my manifestations? How do I actually get them to come to life and get them to actually exist? And that is a really amazing question. So how can you actually not have resistance towards your manifestation? How can you actually get what you want without feeling like you're not worthy of it? And this really comes down to your belief system around this thing. So if you really want to manifest a relationship, what do you believe about relationships? Do you think you're worthy of a relationship? Do you think you're worthy of a good relationship with a good partner, with someone that cares about you? Or do you think you're worthy of a relationship with someone that doesn't really care about you, doesn't give you that much attention and love? So you can really manifest anything that you want, but it comes down to your beliefs around that thing and it comes down to what you really believe will come to you through this experience. So the number one thing I would recommend is to focus on your self-concept before you start manifesting on things. So if your self-concept, which is the relationship that you have with yourself, is very low, you don't really love yourself, you don't really take care of yourself, you don't take care of your body, your health, you don't take care of your beliefs and the things that you love, you don't chase your goals and your dreams, then likely the things that you want to manifest are not going to be coming and happening for you. Because the version of yourself that is aligned with the things that you want, that you truly, truly want, and the dreams that you have in your life are not going to end up happening if you don't actually feel like you deserve them. So the next question would be, how do I build my self-concept? How do I actually work towards the person that I want to be in order to manifest what I want? And to build a self-concept is really, really simple. It really comes down to getting your self-confidence up and actually having your values in check and aligning your life with your values. And you might be wondering, what are my values? What do I actually care about? And if you don't have the answer to this, I got you. I'm going to list out a few values for you that I personally have, and this will help you with your journey, I promise. So a few values that some people may have are their health, their wellness, their family, their freedom, their career. Some people may value abundance. Some people may value vulnerability, authenticity, probably things like traveling, and taking all these values and really honing in on your top 3 most important values. And I want you to take these and take action steps towards these values every single day with no questions asked. So if you really value your freedom, then make sure you have some time in your day to do whatever you want during those hours. So for myself, I really, really value freedom. It's very important for me. And if I feel stuck and trapped, then I'm not a happy girl. So what I do in my days to actually get that freedom for myself is to schedule in a few hours where I can just do whatever I want. And during this time, I really like to go for a drive. I like to go for walks and just have no itinerary, no schedule, just go do whatever I want for free for my free time and just get to do whatever I feel like whenever I want, because this is going to really align me with that value of freedom. And how does this tie into our self-concept? It ties into our self-concept because when we focus on what we value, we are directly building the relationship that we have with ourselves by showing ourselves, hey, look, I respect you enough to take care of what you care about and to make sure you get what you need in this life. So when you're doing this and you're building your self-concept, you are naturally going to build your confidence in different areas of life and naturally going to manifest the things that you never thought you could once have before. So to answer this whole question about manifestation and making sure that you get what you want and making sure that you get the best version of whatever you want, it is that you need to focus on yourself, your values, your self-concept, build the relationship you have with yourself, make sure you love yourself deeply through this, and then through this, you will end up having the life that you want and you naturally have always dreamt of. The next question is, can I still manifest things if I'm sad or in a grief moment? So absolutely, if you're grieving about something, if you're sad about something, if you're heartbroken over someone, you can still manifest very, very easily. This should not have anything to do with it. Because a lot of the time people will say, okay, you need to have a high vibe today in order to manifest that thing that you want tomorrow. But that's not the case. You just have to have a high vibe in general. So in general, in your past 2 weeks, were you taking care of yourself? Did you have a good self-concept? Did you take care of your values and your goals? Were you focusing on yourself? If you were, then you're in a good place. But if you were not, and then today magically you're also just focusing on your vibe, then it's not going to put you where you need to be. Working on your self-concept and working on yourself is an everyday journey. It's not just a one-time thing. It's not just a one-off. This is something that you have to work on constantly. So to answer this question, yes, you can easily manifest if you're heartbroken, if you're in grief, if you're not super happy that day, because you need to be in a good place in general in order to actually be able to manifest in general as well. The next question is, how do I actually feel the feeling if it's not coming up for me naturally before I manifest something? And to answer this, I love this question because this feeling is not going to come naturally to you, okay? If you've never felt the feeling of being with the love of your life, how are you naturally going to feel it right off the bat immediately? So all this comes down to is repetition. So you need to repeatedly force yourself to actually feel this as much as you can, okay? And the first time it's going to be difficult. The second, third, and fourth time is going to be difficult and it's going to feel like you're not actually feeling that completely. But as you keep going and as every single day you keep trying your best to step into that feeling and into those emotions, it is going to become much more easy for you and you're actually going to feel those feelings a lot more easily. So just like anything else in life, it comes down to the repetition. And if you want some meditations that are actually going to put you in that vibration over time, I got you. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel, Growth for Girlies, for some meditations on attracting love, meditations on healing your self-concept and healing your inner child, or even meditations on having your heart chakra opened. The next question is, how can I change my environment to actually help me with my manifestation? And guys, I know this can be hard. You know, a lot of people can still live at home or have roommates or just be in environments or in living situations that they don't fully idealize or don't fully feel good in. But it's important to actually take the space that you have, even if it's just one bedroom, even if it's just one bed, to actually take those moments, take that space and really make it your own. So the things to do with this is, you know, put up affirmations in your life and in your home and in your room. And even if you don't feel like doing that, trust me, this is going to be the game changer for you. It's going to be huge. Another thing you can do is put up a vision board in your room or in your closet if you don't want anyone to see it. You can just put it somewhere where only you will see it, or you can even make one and then just put it up when you're in your room. Another thing I really recommend is having your phone background be a vision board of its own, because your phone is your own. No one else is really going to touch it. So getting those phone backgrounds, getting those pictures that really have those life that you want on these pictures, that's what's going to make it for you. And that's what's going to really help you have that environment and have that mental clarity that you need in your life. Something else that I'll recommend in this case, I can go on forever, but this is going to be my last one, I promise, is to actually set alarms on your phone that have affirmations that directly correlate with what you want. So if you really want to manifest living in New York, then have those as your phone background, have those as your alarms. So your alarm can be, I'm so happy and grateful that I now live in Manhattan. Or an alarm can say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my dream apartment in my dream condo. So I hope those tips helped, and I hope that helped you with your environment as well. That is all I have for this episode for you guys today, and I hope you really enjoyed it. If you learned anything from this episode, or if you gained any sort of insight, it would be amazing if you guys are able to leave a review and let me know what you thought of the podcast down below. And feel free to find me on socials at Growth for Girlies on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode. Bye.